No, no. Oh,
Got it.
got
Got
it.
it. Got it.
Okay. I have a weird thing, but okay.
Okay,
Here we
beautiful.
are.
All right. Whoop,
Beautiful.
whoop. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. I'm just gonna turn my audio, change it super quick. Audio. Oh, okay. Perfect. Hi, welcome to Saturday morning yoga flow. Maybe I'll pull my mat a little bit closer here, but thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me. So excited to be flowing with you today. Um, yeah, I hope you've been having a good week, and I'm ready to just slow down here, take a deep breath. The room I'm in is honestly super hot. It's gonna be like a hot yoga practice for me a little bit here, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and get started in a nice, easy seated position, just maybe towards the back of the mat. Maybe sitting cross-legged or whatever feels comfortable for you. Just coming to welcome a nice deep breath into the body. Sitting nice and tall, raising the crown of the head. And as you exhale, feeling those shoulders fall away from the ears, feel your sit bones melt the ground beneath you. And just becoming fully aware of the breath as you inhale it nice and deep into the belly and the diaphragm. Really feel, move the air up into the lungs. And when you're ready, a nice long exhale. Just listening to the exhale, pushing all the air out. Feeling your face relax here, your body. Wonderful. Another deep inhale. And as you do so here, maybe you inhale, reach the arms overhead. And exhale, release hands to heart center. Just bow to yourself for a moment. Just saying thanks for being here. Just setting your intention for the practice, maybe staying really present with your breath and body, maybe channeling new perspectives or emotions, whatever you'd like for your intention to be. Just taking a moment to set it here. And releasing hands by your side. You can release your legs, maybe plant the feet on the ground in front of you, here, knees pointing up. Just grabbing kind of under the thigh or your knee. We're going to inhale, pull open with the chest. Draw the shoulder blades back, reach the crown of the head tall. Inhaling. And then exhaling, rounding, tucking the chin towards the chest, releasing the spine. Exhale. Inhale, pulling the chest forward, reaching high with the crown of the head, open the chest. And exhale, let the spine release as you round it out. Draw the shoulder blades away from each other. And then coming back to neutral here, we're just going to extend both legs straight. Come to sit nice and tall. We'll inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, just tilt the pelvis or the upper body forward into a caterpillar or head to toe pose. You can feel free to bend the knees here and let your spine be straight if it feels better. Just welcoming a nice deep breath and yeah, tuning into the spine, seeing, making sure it's nice and straight and long. Exhale. Just feel your hamstrings relax, release. We'll come to inhale, sit back up, plant the hands behind the hips. We're just going to once again bend at the knees, plant the feet. We'll inhale, lift the hips. Maybe you throw back the head if it's comfortable for you in a tabletop. And then we'll exhale, flex through the feet as we move the hips back, seeing if you can keep the hips hovering as you extend the legs. And then inhale, we'll push the hips back up into our reverse tabletop. So just try your best here. Exhale, straighten the legs, the hips come down between the hands, maybe hovering. And then inhale, pull it all the way back up, lift those hips, engage the core a little bit. Inhale. And exhale, once more, lowering, bring the hips through, straighten the legs. And we'll release the hips down. Take another quick fold here. And inhale back up. We're just going to bend in our right knee, grabbing that right foot in the hands. We're going to add some hip movement here with this knee, kind of just moving this one knee up and down a little bit, kind of flapping your one-legged butterfly wing. And then we'll come to bring our right knee into our right hand, left foot into the left hand, and we're going to stir the pot. So really trying to pull your knee back and around in a circle, tuning in with that hip, opening it up, welcoming space. And then we'll just come to pull the shin in towards the chest as best as we can here. Maybe do a little rock side to side. Trying to sit tall. Wonderful. We're going to just come to plant the foot right over this left leg. We'll just start simply with a little twist to the left. So kind of turning to the inside of the knee, just dipping the shoulders one way. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, left hand comes outside of this right leg. And then maybe gazing over the right shoulder if it's comfortable for you, trying to keep that spine nice and tall. Taking a deep inhale, feeling the belly expand. And exhale, maybe you twist just a little bit more. Inhale, coming back through center here. We're just going to release this leg all the way over into our half shoelace. So pulling that knee over the other leg, kind of stacking the knees. Maybe your hands come like right underneath the left knee joints. And you just fold a little bit here. Taking a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, back up. We're just going to take this right foot and extend it straight out before returning it back to the ground. Taking this to the other side here, we're going to bend the left foot in, taking this left foot to the right hip crease. We'll just move the left knee up and down a little bit to start adding some lubrication into our left hip here. And grabbing the foot in the hand, the left knee in the left hand, we're just going to stir the pot here. So taking some big circles with the foot and the knee, bringing it back towards your armpit all the way around. Wonderful. And then pulling the shin in towards the body, sitting nice and tall here. Just seeing what you could do. You're putting the left foot into the right elbow and you're hugging it in, rocking it maybe like a baby. Just inhale, sit nice and tall. And exhale, we'll drop the left foot over the right leg and just first twist to the right for a nice, simple little twist. And then on the inhale, we'll reach the arms up. And exhale, right hand comes outside the left leg as we do a deeper spinal twist here. Sitting nice and tall, inhale nice and deep into the belly. And exhale, maybe you twist a little bit deeper as you feel your navel pulling back towards the spine. Inhale, we'll release the twist from here. Come to take our half shoelace by pulling this left foot closer to our right hip, letting this knee drop on top of the other knee. We'll inhale, extend straight through the spine, and exhale, allow our body to fold over the extended leg here. Feeling a nice release. And then we'll inhale, come back up. We're going to take the left foot in our hands, extend it out straight, and return it to the ground. Coming now to bend the knees, bring the bottoms of the feet together. We're just taking a butterfly, maybe pressing those knees down with the hands, maybe binding your hands around your feet, taking a fold, maybe adding some flaps of the butterfly wings, whatever you're feeling here. And we'll come back up, crossing our legs here, just making your way to a tabletop position whenever you get the chance. Let's just start with some wrist stretches, maybe pointing those fingertips back towards you, really pressing the bottom of the palms into the ground. Inhale, gaze up. Maybe you could do a little opening of the chest, a little cow pose if you'd like. Maybe you move the hips back a little bit to get more of a sensation in the wrists. Switching the wrist over, fingertips still facing you, just on the backs of the palms this time. And yes, seeing if you can move the hips back a little bit to get more of a stretch. Just release the wrist, maybe shake it out, roll each one. And then start rolling the head down and around, down and around. Maybe it naturally comes to add some body circles as well. So maybe just pulling the body to one side, up and around, over to the other side. So body circles, neck circles, and moving with the breath, inhaling, maybe you and open. Exhale, maybe around the spine. Feels so nice to release the neck. Let's just go ahead from here, release the hips into our child's pose, letting those fingertips push forward here. Maybe you release the head down, take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. We're just going to walk the right fingertips over to the left. Take a nice lateral stretch into the side body. Inhale. And come back through center. Walk the left fingertips over to the right. Feel a nice sensation through the side body. Inhale. And come back through center here. We're just going to come to sit up, tucking our back toes to get a foot stretch here. We're inhale, reach arms up. Just allow the left elbow to drop behind the head. As we come into like our cow face arms, you can stay just like this, kind of just pulling that left elbow down the back, sitting nice and tall, feeling a release in the shoulder. Or if you'd like, you can even try to reach the right fingertips to grab the left fingertips in a bind behind the back. Inhale and relax. Releasing the fingertips here. We'll inhale, reach the arms back up. The right elbow bends behind the head. Maybe you just stay in this stretch, or if you'd like to take it a little bit further, reaching the left fingertips to meet the right fingertips behind the back. Inhale. Wonderful. Exhale, releasing the hands here. We're just going to see if we can balance on our toes here. So lifting our knees off the ground and maybe even pulling the knees in towards the chest. coming into a cosmic egg almost. You can leave the hands on the ground here, or you can try to hug the hands around the shins as you balance on the balls of the feet. Returning the hands to the ground here, we're going to try to stay on the balls of the feet as we open the knees out wide and kind of come into this weird cosmic egg variation with open knees. And sometimes people try to grab around their feet and pull their forehead down to the ground, but maybe it's just like a little balancing exercise for now. Whatever. We're just going to come to return the hands to the ground and step the feet out so that they're pointing 45 degrees out, kind of on the edge of the mat, and we'll sit the hips down into a yogic squat. As far as you're able to go, you feel okay. Feel free to add some movement here, kind of just swaying side to side a little bit. Inhale, pulling the tailbone down as the crown of the head reaches high. We'll add some movement maybe before completely settling in. Inhale, we're going to lift the hips, point the toes forward, and release the chest down into a forward fold. Inhale, we'll halfway lengthen, straighten the spine. We'll point the toes out, bend the knees, and sit the hips down. So we're going to add this movement. Inhale, lifting the hips, point the toes, and fold. Point the toes forward and fold. Inhale, extend straight through the spine, point the toes outwards, and bend the knees down. You can feel free to take this at your own pace. Oh, your next time coming to sit in the yogic squat, maybe you just kind of hold it for a little bit longer here, really engage and tune into the spine and the breath. Deep inhale. Exhale, maybe feel your hips release a little bit. Just welcome them to at least. And then inhale, lift the hips, stand back up. We'll point the toes forward. We're just going to take our full dangling pose here, so feel free to generously bend the knees. We're going to let the upper body completely decompress and hang and relax. Let go, let go, let go. If you need to shake it out, go for it. Oh, maybe grab opposite elbows. Sometimes it's even nice to just kind of grab at the top, the base of your head, the top of your neck. Just add like a little pressure to the top of, or the bottom of your head, I guess, just to weight it down and decompress the spine a bit more. Feeling a nice deep inhale, expand the belly. And exhale, feel your navel come back towards the spine as you maybe go a little bit deeper. We're inhale, straighten through the legs, straighten through the spine, halfway lift. And then exhale, really engage the legs, the thighs, the glutes as you fold deep here, maybe even your core as you take a forward fold. And then we'll inhale, bend gently through the knees as we round all the way up to standing, inhaling, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center by your side. Just releasing it out here. Maybe move the hips a little bit. Wonderful. We'll inhale, reach the arms all the way back up. And on the exhale, trying with a straight spine to hinge forward, take a forward fold. Feel free to bend the knees. We'll inhale, halfway lengthen, keeping the left hand on the ground. We'll reach the right fingertips up to the sky. Maybe bend through the left knee, getting more emphasis in the right leg. And then exhale, right hand plants, left hand reaches up to the sky, and the right knee bends a little bit as the left knee straightens. Exhale, releasing it down from here. We're going to walk our hands forward, right into our downward facing dog. So feel free to readjust as much as you need. We're just lifting those hips nice and high, spreading the hands out, maybe pointing them, out the fingertips a little bit to the corner. We'll inhale, pull the chest towards the thighs, allowing it to stay open, the ears falling away from the shoulders. Those hips are just really reaching as high as you can as the heels reach towards the ground. Take a nice deep inhale. And slow exhale. Feel yourself relax, release. Just a little bit more into this posture. We're going to keep the hands planted here. Inhale. On the exhale, we're going to start dropping the hips. And maybe if it's comfortable for you, you can drop them all the way through, allowing the chest to open. Pull forward with the chest and gaze up. Draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale. And exhale, lift the hips back to down dog. So maybe another variation would be to take some spinal waves to plank, but just seeing if you can drop the hips all the way down, engaging those glutes on the way to your cobra. Inhale, pull open with the chest, long with the abdomen. And on the exhale, lifting the hips, pushing your way back to a down dog. Feeling the sensation in those hammies. Maybe just a few more of these at your own pace. And whenever you're ready, just coming into your cobra. So whenever you get there next, just releasing the thighs onto the ground. We're in a cobra, our shoulder blades drawing together, but away from the ears, that chest pulling open. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're just gonna dip our hip to the right, kind of look over the left shoulder a little bit here. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, dip it over to the left, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. And then we'll tuck the back toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Wonderful. Maybe take another nice breath, add movement. Breathe it out. And then we'll slowly walk our feet to the top of the mat towards our hands. Hip, um, staying hip distance with the feet. We'll exhale, release into a forward fold. And then inhale, round all the way up to standing arms, reaching. And exhale, release them by your side. Perfect. From here, we're going to inhale. We'll gonna shift our weight onto our left foot. So we're gonna inhale, lift our right knee up. Inhale. And then we're going to take the right knee over this left leg as we kind of sit the hips down a little bit, allow a bend in the knee. And maybe if it feels comfortable for you, you can wrap the ankle all the way around the left leg. No worries if you can't. These are our eagle legs. You can keep your arms extended or by your side or whatever to help you balance. Or you can take eagle arms, bringing the right arm underneath the left one as you kind of interlace the arms, the wrist, maybe touch palms to each other and try to sit down into a seat. So we're in our eagle posture here, really pulling those elbows up, sitting the hips down. Wonderful. Feeling, your thighs pressing in towards each other, your elbows pressing in towards each other. We're going to inhale, lift up, release the arms here. And I guess we'll do it. We're going to take the right foot onto this left knee and once again sit down, opening that knee out to the side. We're in a little standing pigeon. We'll inhale, lift it back up. And push the leg back. You don't have to stay in a warrior three. You can go ahead and drop that foot behind you into a nice high lunge. Inhale. We'll drop the back knee, take it to a low crescent lunge here. Beautiful, low, reach it, maybe open the chest a little bit. Maybe you feel comfortable to release the back toes. Perfect. And then exhale, we'll plant the hands. We'll extend straight through that back knee once again. Lift the left fingertips up to the sky in a twist. Perfect. And then from here, we're just going to twist the other way. So the left hand comes down. We start to pivot open towards the long edge of the mat, towards the right side. Sitting the hips down into our Skandasana pose. The right knee and toes are pointed up and straight. And we kind of push this left knee out to the side. Sometimes it feels good to do a little bind here, taking the arms around that left knee, kind of opening the chest and shoulders. And then we'll plant the hands in front of us, pick up the hips. Yeah, just come to face the long side of the mat. We're in a wide-legged forward fold we're gonna take here. Maybe move the hips a little side to side. Pigeon toeing those feet, so pointing them inward towards each other just to protect the knees. Inhale, nice and long through the spine. And exhale, allow the body to fold forward, wide-legged forward fold. Engage through those legs. Relax here. We'll inhale, lift the body back up. We're going to, from here, take this back right leg and bend it and fall onto this right knee. So this right knee's planted, the left leg is out here straight. We'll keep the left hand planted and reach the right fingertips up for a little twist. Inhale. And exhale, we'll switch hands, right hand plants, left arm reaches up. Perfect. Exhale down. We're just gonna pivot now on this right knee to face the short edge of the mat. Once again, we're in our half split posture, just like that. Making sure that left leg is extended, flexing the toes for extra stretch. We'll inhale, straighten through the spine. And exhale, release the chest forward if it feels okay for you. You could literally stay here, just pulling that right hip forward, left hip back. If you'd like to just start to open up a little bit, kind of wiggle that left heel forward, start walking that right knee back. Maybe you experiment with how that feels. Whatever feels within your zone, what feels right today for you. Perfect. We're coming back to a half split, if not already. Wonderful. We're from here. We're going to tuck the back toes, lifting high off that back knee. We'll pivot the back foot and we're just going to come into a triangle because I love the hip stretch. So we point the toes to the side, the front toes points forward. We extend straight through that left leg and we try to stack the shoulders and the hips. Try to breathe, inhale, and elongate through this right side body. Perfect. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead, release the body forward once again, turning those back toes to face forward, keeping those hands planted. Both knees are extended. We're going to try to lift high off the back toes as we sweep this left foot all the way up and back into our three-legged dog. Reaching those toes as high as you can. Maybe you stack the hips. Maybe you do some circles with the knees here. Perfect. Extending that left leg straight. We'll inhale, bend the knee, pull it in towards the chest, and then we're going to drop this shin down to the ground into our pigeon pose. Yeah, so the leg that was just extended into three-legged is just going to come through bends into now our pigeon. We're squaring the hips down. Maybe you inhale, reach tall with the spine, maybe do a little back bend. And exhale, release the chest forward. Getting a nice sensation through the hip. Inhale back up, planting the hands, tucking the back toes. We're just going to extend straight through this left leg, keeping it crossing across the body here. So trying to square the hips, you should feel a really good stretch through the IT band through that left leg on the side of the left leg. And if you'd like, you can even try to keep the right hands planted as you twist and open the left fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, releasing hands down. We're just going to keep the hands planted as we bring this knee back in towards us. Extend one more time back out into our three-legged dog. And then we'll exhale, return this foot down, downward facing dog. Taking a flow from here, we'll inhale round into our plank. Exhale, lower, maybe knees, chest, chin, maybe chaturanga push-up. Inhale, open through with the chest. And exhale, lift the hips, come back to downward dog. We'll inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step or hop to the hands, releasing into a forward fold. And inhale, rounding it all the way up to standing as our arms reach overhead. Inhale and exhale, hands by your side or by your heart center. We're going to take this little flow to the other side from here. So just transitioning your weight onto your right foot. We're going to inhale, lift this left knee up and come to cross the left leg over the right leg as we kind of sit the hips down. If it feels okay, you can try to take that ankle, that left ankle, and wrap it around the right shin. If you'd like to also incorporate the arms, you can take left arm underneath the right, interlace the wrist. Inhale, pull those fingertips up. As you sit the hips down, we're in our eagle pose. Again, just thinking about squeezing the arms, squeezing the thighs together, really reaching those fingertips up. We'll inhale, release the arms as we stand all the way back up, and then placing the left foot on top of the right lower thigh, on top of the right knee. We're going to sit the hips back down into our standing pigeon pose. Just keeping that left knee out open. And once you've had enough, you can inhale, reach it all the way up, stepping the left foot back. We're in a high lunge, but not for long. You can release the left knee down. Inhale, open the chest here into your low crescent lunge. Breathing deep, maybe you can even drop the hands onto the hips just for a little extra push forward. We'll release the hands down to frame the foot. Yes, and tuck the back toes. Once again, reach the right fingertips up to the sky for a little twist. And then we'll pivot to the left now, this time opening out to the long side of the mat. We're sitting the hips down into our Skandasana. Left knees and toes pointing up, pushing this right knee out to the side. And like I said, if you'd like to take a bind, sometimes that feels nice on the shoulders, wrapping this right arm around the knee and meeting the left hand with it in the back, gaze up. Releasing the hands, we're just going to extend straight through this right knee. And then we're coming into our wide-legged fold again. So pointing those toes towards each other, take a nice deep inhale, elongate. And exhale, release the chest down. We're in a wide-legged. Now, if you'd like to also interlace the hands behind the back and let the fist fall overhead, that's a great variation in this pose just to add a little extra jazz to it. Wonderful. Take a nice deep breath. Let it all go. We're going to inhale, come back up now, straighten the spine. This time we just bend the left knee, lower it down to the ground, keeping that right leg out and extended. The right hand plants, and we'll inhale, reach the left fingertips up to the sky, gaze up. And exhale, left hand plants right fingertips. Reach up to the sky and we take a twist. Exhale, returning the right hand down. We're just going to pivot on this back left knee as we turn to face forward, extending straight through that right leg. We inhale and exhale. Just allow that chest to fold forward if that feels good for you. Maybe you open up through the legs a bit more, moving the right foot forward, the left knee back, if it feels comfortable for you. But just focusing on the hips here, really squaring them out. You don't even have to open the legs out at all. This stretch can already be super sensational. Perfect. From here, we're just going to inhale, straighten through the back knee. We'll pivot the back toes to face alongside of the mat. Really point those front toes down, and we'll stack the hips, stack the shoulders. So we reach our left arm up into our Trikonasana triangle pose. Trying your best to make that 2D shape. You should feel a nice stretch through the right groin area, hip area. Wonderful. And then we'll exhale, come center again. We're going to lift high off the back foot as we keep the hands planted. Sweep the right foot all the way back and up into our three-legged dog. Maybe you bend the knee, draw some circles, open the hip a little bit there. Wonderful. And exhale. Oh, we're going to bend the knee, pull it in towards the chest. And then exhale, release this knee and shin down in front of you, right into our pigeon pose. Keeping those hands planted, we'll inhale, open the chest, just make any readjustments you need. Maybe make sure that back leg is centered down your mat. Just feeling like your muscles are still maybe engaged in the stretch a little bit. We'll inhale and exhale, release the chest forward whenever you feel comfortable. Just letting go of everything here, welcoming a nice, deep, long breath, welcoming the body to open up and release any tension it may be holding. We're going to inhale, pull the chest back up, plant those hands, and keeping the right foot where it is, we just lift the hips straight in through the knee. Try to square those hips down still. And yeah, you're readjusting yourself so you can try to feel a nice sensation through the outer right leg. Letting it cross the body. If you'd like to keep the left hand grounded and try to reach the right fingertips up to the sky, give it a try. We'll exhale, release the hands down. We're just going to bring this knee back into the chest and extend the leg all the way back up into our three-legged dog. Reach it, reach it, reach it. And exhale, release it down to the ground. Three-legged dog here. Wonderful. Let's take a flow. Inhale, flowing to our plank position. Exhale, we'll lower down into a chaturanga push-up. Inhale, pulling open with the chest high with the crown of the head. And exhale, release it back to our downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, we're going to lower onto our elbows, just kind of interlacing our hands together. We're going to just do a few dolphin planks here, so lifting those hips high. On the exhale, we're just going to lower it down, bring that chin past the fist, and then inhale, lift the hips back up. Trying to really think about engaging the core as you come down into a low plank. And also staying strong through the shoulders. Really tuning into those shoulders, keeping them engaged. We'll inhale, lift the hips back to dolphin. Exhale, low plank. We're just taking a few more of these. Inhale, reaching it up high. Exhale, coming to our low plank. Inhale, reaching it up high one more. Exhale, low plank. Hold the low plank for just a few moments here. And then we'll release the knees, sit the hips back. We're coming into a child's pose here. Wonderful. Taking a nice deep breath. Perfect. Just let the spine decompress here. I'm going to super quickly check the time. So, oh, I was thinking about starting to instruct the headstand from here just to give a little extra fun pose to do. But we don't have a super amount of time. Maybe next time we'll do it. Yeah, we'll just stick in our child's pose. And we'll lift the body up. We'll come to shift onto our sit bones. And eventually just roll our spine all the way down onto the mat, hugging the knees into the chest. Giving yourself a little rock side to side, massaging the lower back. It's so lovely. We'll go ahead and take some spinal twist here. So maybe if you'd like to extend both legs or just extend one leg down and keep this left knee hugged in. Crossing the knee over the body. We're taking just a spinal twist on one side or however you'd like. You could bend the bottom foot, reach for that foot with the hand to get a little deeper twist. Gazing over the opposite shoulder. Taking a nice deep breath, feeling that the belly button expand. And exhale, feel yourself twist maybe just a little bit deeper, or maybe just relax into the twist a bit more. We'll release this twist, coming back through center, switching legs here, and pulling the knee. This time for me, it's my right one, to the left side of the body, the opposite side, extending your arms out, maybe gazing the opposite direction. Just allowing some time and space for the spine to adjust and stretch itself out here. Thinking about keeping it nice and long, your spine. Just breathing nice and deep, expanding the belly. And exhale, feeling yourself maybe twist just like a little bit deeper. We'll inhale, come back through center, hugging the knees into the chest one more time here. Maybe draw some circles with the knees, maybe not. If you'd like to take any other postures or continue your practice, stay. It's a great time to do so. Otherwise, if you'd like to just extend the legs out and open your palms by your side, taking a nice, deep, long breath here as we welcome complete relaxation into the body, feeling yourself becoming nice and heavy on the ground beneath you. Feeling your face relax, feeling your forehead and cheeks release. Your toes are released, your fingers are relaxed. Maybe if you could feel your heartbeat, maybe feel any of the blood moving around inside of you. Just taking a moment to appreciate those feelings. Taking another nice deep breath, fill the belly all the way up with air, fill the lungs all the way up. Maybe you feel a little bit lighter here off the ground. And exhale, let it go. Just starting to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Adding some movement into the wrists and ankles, maybe giving yourself a nice full body stretch here. And exhale, rolling onto either side before eventually placing your way back up into a seated position, just meeting me. And seated here. We'll take one more breath here together. Whenever you're ready, feel free to take your time. Just inhale, reaching arms overhead. And exhale, bringing your hands to heart center. Just bowing to your lights. Your beautiful practice. Thank you so much for joining me. It was such an honor to teach you. And I really hope to flow with you again next week. Yay!
Yay.
Namaste. Thank you
Namaste.
so much.
Thank you.